Hey, this is Artie Astor from B Shop and C, and I want to do another video of some Nordic music. And, I'm just going to go ahead and start sharing just so I can kind of give you what I'm seeing here. So, this is Kalandra. It's the official live performance on Castlefest 2024. And it was uploaded to YouTube June 12th, 2025. And it says here, imagine yourself in a completely different world at Castlefest. I feel as though maybe that's better. Oh, there we go. Imagine yourself in a completely different world at Castlefest, the globally renowned fantasy festival of the Netherlands. Whether you're young or young at heart, I like that. The moment you step through the gates, you'll you'll see yourself in another world. Castlefest is a total experience with lots of music, fantasy writers, themed catering, medieval crafts, and a large market which offers everything a fantasy fan is looking for. Join our YouTube channel and never miss out on enchanting songs, broadcasts, festival updates, and more. So let me subscribe to Castle Fest. This looks kind of cool. And I'm going to go ahead and play this performance by Kalandra. I have reacted to one of their songs before, and now I'm doing another one. This is Borders, and let's see what's going on. If I can hit play. Oh, I can. Ooh, I like this.
On the borders of safety, that's where I find peace.
Mm.
Where the black sand meets the raging seas. I see the forces for what they truly are. Yet I'm reminded
Mm.
of my beating heart.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Among the lonely rocks is where I lay my head.
The bass player reminds me of Rolo from the show Vikings. I love what's going on here. Absolutely love what's going on here. I love using the bow to play the bass guitar, and you can see that he's playing it all on the lowest string and just kind of changing the notes. Um, obviously with this fretting hand. It's a really, really, really nice touch. You can hear that there's a little bit of pitch correction on the vocalist's voice, but you almost have to use pitch correction, and this might actually be auto-tuned. This might be something that's actually live because of the fact that there's a lot of vocoder sounds and synthesized sounds in with her voice. I mean, her voice is being run through some type of processor. It's more than likely something that's done live, and it's for a reason, so everything, because there's harmonizing and things going on, and you're harmonizing with electronic sounds. So I understand why they're doing it there. And in 2026, I understand why anyone does it, but it's just such a nice, beautiful presentation so far.
Among the lonely rocks is where I lay my head.
Mm.
I hear the ocean calling.
Wow, nice effects.
And I could swear that the ocean sings and the mountains talk to me.
Wow.
I could swear that I hear her breath and her heartbeat in the air. I could swear.
This so I'm intrigued by the bass player because he either can it's not an actual cello. So the strings, from what I understand of how the bass is constructed, and from what I can see by looking at it, the strings are all the same height. So you can either play the lowest string or the highest string, but I don't see any possibility of playing a middle string on that bass guitar because you'll hit other strings inadvertently, right? So this whole performance is just amazing. And they're using technology for their benefit. Fantastic.
That's where I find love
Right, he's doing something with the bass guitar. He's taking it off.
in the ocean. Already knows, but she can't love you like you love.
And you had this guitar player over here. So like this guy, you'll see him on the right. He's doing something with some pretty cool effects.
But she can't love you like you love
So
her.
beautiful.
There's no mercy
Playing with the volume pedal or the volume knob.
from Mother
So if you were to take the song In the Air Tonight, right? If you were to take the song In the Air Tonight and never play the part where Phil Collins just comes in with the drums and just goes, the song changes obviously. There's a constant drum line and the bass kicks in and the song changes. But the song In the Air Tonight pretty much has a very similar feel to it. The way it's constructed, the way that his voice is somewhat electronic, and the way that there's a lack of full instrumentation. And this song here, was just, in my opinion, very much, borders, right, from Castlefest 2024. It it's like that same type of arrangement, the same type of construct, but it never has that explosive sound where the drum kicks in and you have more of a traditional song with bass and percussion. It's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. That this was just so incredibly beautiful. And and I get criticized when I mention that I hear pitch correction and I hear auto tune. There are some songs that you kind of need to use it, especially in 2026 where everyone's ears are like fine tuned. I've literally been in the car listening to like the Eagles from 1970 6 or whatever, and a song comes on, and people will say, "Oh, he's out of tune." And it's like, "Oh my God." People's ears are trained now because everything's so perfectly tuned. People's ears are essentially trained to just pick up immediately when a song is out of tune. And I get it. I understand it. And I can hear it. Right? I can listen to Jethro Tull and I'll be driving down the road and I'll hear Ian Anderson singing out of tune and like, damn it. And it's a studio version of a song of one of his songs and he's singing out of tune. And it's it's something that I never really caught before, but I'm only catching it now because everything is so perfect. Everything is so perfect. And with Calandra, I'm not saying she needs to use pitch correct or auto tune, but I can see why in a song like this, where there's so much going on, not just with the vocal harmonizing, but you have everything else kind of play, and it's so pointed. You know, you hear the notes on the guitar, you hear the notes on the bass with the cello sound. You know, like with the bow, and of course her singing into the keyboard and you know the voice, but being harmonized back. Um, you know, it's such a beautiful sound, and to me, this was a very well engineered live performance. It wasn't just a raw live performance, but it was something that they worked on having a certain specific sound. And to me, this was something that they could have done in the studio and just released it, and it would have sounded the same. You know, it would have sounded just as good as any studio version. So, I love also the fact that you could hear the lyrics clearly and you were following the sentiment of what was happening. I don't know. You have any songs from Calandra that you want me to react to, or do you have any recommendations? Put it in the comment section. And thanks for listening. This is Artie Astor with B Sharp and C.